Apparently, we're on the same BS we were on last year.
I got the juice, I play for hours. Coldest thing running, unlimited power. Doing my thing.
Hey, hi, how you doing? Hope the sky's good. Where you're brewing? If it's coffee, beer, I don't know. But I thought that we learned from last year. I thought that last year's expansion draft was fine, but I felt like we could do better. There were some things missing. It wasn't great, but I was like, man, this is the first year. I'm not going to be like overcritical of it in a sense. Like the announcements of the picks and things was kind of clunky, the music and things like that. But sometimes, like people say, you don't know what you have until it's gone. And so we have two teams this year. And with two teams, you think bigger production value, longer draft, this, that, and the third. You know, we had interviews last year and all this other stuff, which we still kind of did this year. But it was more so, it went from a production to an ESPN segment. And an ESPN segment that just kind of felt very, very weak in a sense. Like a lot of people were saying this could have been an email, this could have been an Instagram post, this could have been a Twitter post, a Threads post, wherever. This could have been a lot less energy used. Now, granted, I wanted to get off early anyway, so like it's okay. But I was sat, I had my popcorn ready, I was ready to take notes and like write stuff down, and then, you know, I turn it on and I'm like, first and second pick, like I just got in, like I just turned it on. It's 3:30 and we're already talking about first picks, and I was just like, okay. And I wrote the first picks down. I was like, maybe I was dragging my feet and it came on early or whatever. And then they start posting the pictures of the team, the recap of the teams, and I'm just like, what is going on? And so you have now revealed us the team in less than 5 minutes, and the rest of it was spent on interviews. And then they kind of jumped back into NBA stuff. Somebody posted on Twitter about the fact that even when they were posting like the team pictures, like the list of players that they picked, the backdrop was the Lakers. And no matter what kind of production reason you have to say that the Lakers background was there, whether it be the last one you was talking about, last thing you're getting ready to talk about, or whatever, there's no excuse. This is the WNBA. You separate them and keep them, you know, whatever. So it was just, I thought it couldn't get worse, and it got much worse. Like I said, we had two teams. It should have been much more, but it is what it is. Going past the complaining, these teams, as much as we want to all break down these teams and stuff like that, people need to remember that these teams are not going to look the same come, you know, not even 2 weeks from now, because we got the draft on April the 13th, and we still don't have a set date on when players can start to sign those free agency like tags. Like they can't sign contracts. They still haven't put a date out there for whatever reason, so everybody's kind of hanging out in limbo right now, because that's the huge part that needs to happen before the draft. You don't have much time. The draft's on the 13th, is the 4th. So it's just like, when are we going to allow this to happen? Are you going to make them draft? And I mean, because it's like none of it makes sense. Not matters. It doesn't make sense. So we'll see what the W does on that front. But again, the WNBA is back, but we're also back on that BS. It's crazy. Bridget Carleton, it was tough seeing her go as a Lynx fan, but I knew she was going to go, but I thought she was going to go to the Tempo, and Portland Fire said, psych, your mama ride a mini bike, and they chose her with the first pick. Now, she is the only one, as far as the, I guess, bigger picks, that has said something about, you know, being glad to be there. Like, she's like, let's go Portland. 5 minutes ago from me recording this, so it sounds like she's fine with being there, so she'll probably just sign there. But Marina's the one that everybody's kind of waiting on, because she's unrestricted free agent. But the way I understand it is that they court her or something along those lines, and she can get the Supermax from the Toronto Tempo, but she doesn't have to sign there, so she can get the max from somebody else if she just truly doesn't want to be with Toronto. Everybody's wondering why she got picked, and it was a surprise. But I forgot that she had already voiced her disdain for the organization, and she was already out of there. She was not part of the future. They have a future movement with, Layla and Sanaya and Anissa and Aaliyah, and some others. I'm beginning to wonder if Tina Charles will be back, which she may or may not. Then you have Ono there, who's Olivia Nelson-Adota. She's younger as well. I think she's like 25, 26. So they have a lot of building blocks there that they can work with to continue to grow and things like that. So I think the older players will be on the move and continue to stay on the move. So again, these two expansion rosters, because of the year that it is, are not really exciting to break down and to look at because, like I said, everybody's a free agent. These teams could shift, trades, the draft, free agency and all that. A lot of things can go. And then plus you have a few people that won't be coming over right away as far as that is concerned. So I didn't really even hyper focus on the rosters. Like I know, I think it was like Maria Conde. She's not, she hasn't been over here yet, I don't think. And there's some others. I'm not going to really get into that, but yeah, it was interesting. It was kind of you had your expectations up here, and then they just kind of somebody slapped it out of your hand. Wasn't even a low bar. It was just like on the floor, just like watching it, and it spilled. But it is what it is. It'll be interesting to see what happens going forward because it still kind of seems all over the place. I haven't gotten this chance to do as much as I want to do as far as looking at the combine stuff either, because the Lily Women's College All-Star Game and Combine happened yesterday, or the scrimmages and stuff happened yesterday. The game is today. And then like the skills work and stuff like that was going on yesterday with the scrimmages. And then the same for the Women's Premier Basketball Association, the one that they did this year as well in Phoenix. So you got 2 combines and scrimmages going on and games going on these weekends. There's a lot of players playing in both. I think the more well-known ones are playing in the being seen by scouts and stuff like that in the WPBA. Their version of the combine, because you got, like I said before in the other video, or my short, Janiyah Barker, Michaela Purdue, and other names. And I think more names have been added since then. So a lot of players now that you will see probably in the second, third rounds versus third and undrafted and training camp types that are in the Lily All-Star. But so yeah, be on the lookout for stuff like that. We'll try to keep you guys up to date on, if somebody shows wild, really good. Like I said, I haven't had the chance to really sit down and watch these games this year, but maybe it's not the year to do it because there's just so much going on in the WNBA, and we're going to try to cover that for you guys. So hopefully the next time I come to you guys, Arizona wins and we're moving on to the championship, but one game at a time. Can't wait for tonight. Hope we have a good game, give them Michigan boys heck, and come away with the victory and be one step closer to a championship. But until then, we'll see y'all later. Let's hope the WNBA gets it together. Between now and draft day, literally like 9 days away from now. Like, this is crazy. Not even 2 weeks, almost a whole week away, and people aren't signing. Juice out, man.